Okay, so now we're going to talk about our favorite performances. Let's go for Vod. You go
Me?
first. All
Okay.
three.
All three. Yeah. So my choices are "I Miss You" by Mamamoo. This is the Queendom performance of theirs, and DF Killing Voice of Jessi. If you know, it's like ha- like a compilation of their. She sings like her parts of her songs. This is 10 minutes long, just so you know, listeners. Be prepared. And there's Naka by AKMU featuring IU. Hi IU. In her show palette. So those were my choices for the top performances. I chose based on voice, basically. They don't dance in this top performances. I just chose something that would make their voices heard. Like you'd fall in love with them because of their voice, not because of how they dance and whatever. So that's why I chose these three. So I think the first live performance that really struck me in my K-pop journey, and I've been a casual listener for a long time, was "I Miss You" by Mamamoo, and that I just watched that last year, and it made me tear up when I watched it. It was like it was just so beautiful the way they sang it. This is when I fell in love with Wheein, and I just I think you'll understand once you watch the video. You will see how their voices shine in this song and in this live performance of theirs. It's it's when you realize that they are really vocal powerhouses. That's yeah, and they're yeah. I mean, that's all I can say about this. Just watch it, and comment how what you thought about it. And there's I love Jessie. I loved her. I knew her from Running Man. Every time she was in Running Man, she'd make Yoo Jae Suk and Kwang Soo crazy. Like her energy, her just her personality makes you kind of exhausted to deal with her. But she's so fun to watch. I don't want to deal with her. I love watching her, and that's why I love her. And um, I listened to. I think the first song of hers I listened to was Nunu Nana, and Nunu Nana, and that's when I because I love the girl crush concept, like the badass kind of girl, empowered women kind of vibes. That's why I love Jessie, and then there's her newest release was What Type of X. Love that song. I was like obsessed with it. I played it for like the duration of my exercising just to pump me up during my exercise. It was like on loop, just one song on loop. And she's a really empowered woman, really. And the K-pop industry, like she's just so vocal about everything she wants to be vocal about. she doesn't she doesn't like covering up. So
Naku,
she's like,
culture shock sila. But
yeah,
I
they're
love it.
culture
I
shocked by
love
her
her,
because
diba?
she grew up in the
In the
states, and
States.
yeah, so gets like an American girl in a Korean society. That's what Jessie is.
I do
And
love how outspoken she is.
yeah, I love her energy basically.
Mm.
And then here comes this, because I was going through the DF Killing Voice because I like it because it's like an intro to artists, because you get to hear a lot of their songs at one go. And then I listened to Jessie and I realized she's just not a badass rapper, really. She's a good singer. I love how raspy her voice is. And I think if you're the kind of listener who listens for voice and not like the performance, like the dancing and those kind of things, you'd love Jessie. You'd really love her raspy voice. And watch her episodes on Running Man. I swear it's a good laugh. Would uplift you immediately. And then there's Naka by AKMU featuring IU from their collaboration in album Next Episodes. And this is my favorite song of the album. This and TikTok. TikTok. Basta yun, that song. Because how do I explain this song? It's chill. But it's how do I explain this feeling I get from it? There's like a fantasy feeling to it for me. I don't know. That's just how I felt when I listened to it. And when you watch the music video, it's kind of weird because they're like falling, falling, falling. And I just loved how AKMU and IU, how their voices fit in the song. And you can hear who is who. And I love this collab because number one, I love AKMU and I love IU. So it's like a dream come true for me to have this song. And you'd love the live version of it because they kind of dance. They try to dance to it, like the step, step, step. Like if you watch the whole episode, so you know it's like so we kind of dance to this song. We do this step, 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 and then I was like, really? That's dance for you. She was like that, and she's like, yeah, I kind of get the step. So yeah, we can do it during the live. So they did that kind of stuff. The three of them are just so cute to watch together in one song. So as a fan, I'm so happy for this collaboration of theirs. And that's me for my top performances. Oh, what did you think about them? Especially Jessie's and I Miss You by
Wait.
Mamo. Actually, all of them.
The thing that struck me about your choices was the vocals. So I said, she picked based on the vocals because it's so good. Especially your first choice was I Miss You by MAMAMOO. So you opened with that. It was very, very different from my choices, but I was very moved. Again, I love Jessie also. And I think this is the first time I've seen her sing in just a raw way, not dancing, not performing. I didn't even realize how good her voice is. So loved it.
Okay. So, I already watched the Mamamoo video before because I watched Queendom. It was really good. Like one of the best introductions to Mamamoo you could have. When it comes to Jessie, I'm a fan. Like Unpretty Rock Star, stuff like that. Also, I've heard her sing because I watched Show Me the Money, etc. And she was a
Ah.
featured artist in Show Me the Money season 5, I think. Or season 4. One of the rappers had her as, the featuring artist. And I was so shocked that it's Jessie, the girl who raps, who's like,
Yeah.
she's so real. And like, when you hear her voice, it's like, oh, I love her now.
You can
I love her
sing.
even more because of that. And then you have Naka. I remember listening to the album with you in your car while we were going to your house. One of the favorites I have on the album, same as you. And I really like watching the performance they had and then the stepping.
The stepping.
Yeah, there's that. How about you, Ben?
Angie.
I gotta say, like, I love Mamamoo. It's no secret that I like vocals, so obviously I'd appreciate one by Mamamoo. I'd still think they're the second best into third gen. I'm so sorry, my bias is definitely showing, but I will say that if it's like a matter of like all around, like there is no weak link in Mamamoo. I think that's like the
Yeah.
one thing I can definitely say. So that is why I think there is a legitimate case. The one thing I didn't like about this performance, and I think it's just because of how Queendom is structured, is the constant interruptions really took me away from the performance. I kind of wish there was a version
True.
without that, because if I wanted to listen to Mamamoo, I would listen to Mamamoo, right? So I probably might look for a version without that isn't on Queendom. That I mean, that's really just it. There's nothing bad I can say about it except, yeah, I wish it wasn't on Queendom because the constant interruptions really were like removing me out of the whole flow. Jessie was unexpected. The first thing I noticed was that Jessie's accent is very apparent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so
Super.
apparent that I did not even think she was a K-pop idol. I've heard like
She's a rapper.
yeah.
Pa.
So I've heard Nunu Nana like in TikTok, and I did not even know it was a K-pop song. So
Mm.
I was shocked. Maybe it's because again there is a certain accent to it, but I think the nice thing is I'm getting to listen to somebody who doesn't really get a chance to show off that she can sing, which is always a good treat, right?
Yeah.
So it's a really nice opportunity to really get more people. I love the concept of Killing Voice. I'm a bit sad that my groups aren't on Killing Voice. I haven't seen Twice. I haven't seen obviously Red Velvet. I have seen Mamamoo's Killing
Yes,
Voice though.
Mamamoo.
So it's nice. And I think it's a lot of people claim they want dance practices. No, I want more Killing Voice. I want more
Yeah,
vocal
same.
performances. The last one, if I remember correctly, my reaction to this one is I need to get into both of these artists more. I love the fact that they collabed because I know that I have a very I have limited knowledge on both artists, but it was one of the best vocal performances I've heard. That's really cheating if it's IU, honestly. So, I mean, it's sad that that's all I can say, but it is what it is. It's really, really good.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you guys for loving it.
Yes, it's really great. Can I just say, okay, I'm going to promote Shia Junsu's Killing Voice because he has one. I hope you guys listen to it.
Wink, wink,
Anyway,
wink.
yeah, later. Let's go to Bench. Your choices because it's the
Yeah.
same artist. The thing is,
Yeah.
it's simplistic because Yvonne had different artists, but the others, the three of us, we had the same artist. So
Yeah.
let's go with
Oh yeah,
Bench.
now I just noticed that now.
Yeah, there's a reason why I picked the same artist. Honestly, it's very hard for me to choose from my favorite artists, right? I always watch them. Like this is like my nightly routine before I go to sleep. I watch performances. But I picked three that I feel like represent different sides of how performances work. That's why they're my favorites. They're not what I would say are the best, but they're my favorite to go back and watch. The first one is one of my favorite performances, and that is in Inkigayo recently, the Queendom comeback stage, the last Queendom stage. I would love a chance to talk more about this song. Hopefully, when we do the RV special, because this is my favorite song of the year. Obviously, you can see the album right here. That's the reason why the album's here. No other ulterior motives for a pink album on my desk. No, but Queendom is my favorite song of the year. It meant a lot to me that it's my first comeback from my favorite group, and the song itself is very uplifting. For the performance itself, I feel like this is their best one, and it's the one that made me the saddest because it was their last one for this comeback season. When RV does comebacks, it's usually just 2 weeks now because they're senior artists. So every week I really look forward to all of the shows, and I watched all of them. M Countdown, Music Bank, Music Core, Inkigayo. I always noticed that Inky always had the best sets. This one wasn't about the set. This was about the outfits. This was the most beautiful ones they've had in all of their shows. And again, I've watched all of them, all 7 performances. M Countdown was cancelled 1 week. But yeah, this was my favorite one. It was the one that meant a lot to me. Like this was really just the performance that was like, it's your first comeback. It's one of your favorite songs of the year. It was just like this 2 week high of me just enjoying being a fan. And this was honestly, it wasn't the best RV performance, but it's the one that meant the most to me, if that made sense. The second one I chose was an older song. It's Rookie. Rookie is a polarizing song in the fandom. For international fans, this is a very childish song, and I disagree because for K fans, this is one of their more popular songs, and I think I can see that my tastes align more to that side.
Brilliant.
I picked this particular one because there's a lot of. We have to admit that in performances, lip syncing happens, backing tracks happen, and I know that no group is safe from this. But in this one, I really felt like my artists really do perform. I picked this one in particular because Seulgi's mic wasn't working. So
Yeah.
so
At
because
first I was like, is her mic not working? And then they handed her a mic and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
so
Loved it.
so this one, I feel like this is when they really said our mics are on, guys.
Yeah.
And like that's where I really felt like I know it doesn't happen all the time, but the fact that instead of like just saying okay fine we're not gonna sing with a mic, you actually was like you were performing it like you were supposed to, and then you'd claim the mic and then you do it even better. There's a lot of there's a lot of emphasis in this industry on perfection, and this is like
Yeah.
the one time where I saw when it wasn't perfect, it actually made things better.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I love this Rookie performance. Rookie isn't even my favorite song, but because of this performance, it became part of my rotation. Just because I was amazed that, like, hey, you know what? They can actually do it if they wanted to. And the encore for this particular stage also, like, encores are just like where you guys have fun and it's just
Yeah.
a moment for you to
No
chill.
pressure.
I watched an encore stage of Rookie where it was better than the actual comeback stage. It was kind of crazy. Like, again, this is, I mean, of course, in your early days, you'd really go all out. Nowadays, if you're an older group, you don't do this anymore because you don't need to. But this is where I really felt like I'm part of the right group. So the last one is an encore stage. So the last one I picked is the encore stage for Power Up. For future context, Power Up is my favorite album because it's the one that looks nicest. Summer Magic. It's
Very
aesthetically
nice.
the nicest one.
Yeah.
The
They were
colors
in
are
yellow. I loved
amazing.
it.
Yes. So
That's so cute.
Summer Magic is one of my favorite comebacks. It's again this split between K fans and I fans. People hated the fact that Power Up was the lead single because it came after Bad Boy. Those are two really different songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
very different.
But Power Up for me is it's not underrated in the context of their success, but I feel like in the fandom it's an underrated song. Power Up is one of my favorite songs from them. Surprisingly, it's in my top 5 most listened to songs of the year. And it's one of their most successful ones. It has won the most music shows, and it's the only song of theirs to achieve the perfect all kill. And it's the right album to do it. But I chose the encore stage because this is where things just get fun. They were eating ice cream the whole time.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
know, that was so cute.
Why?
No,
That was
una
like-
nga, I was like, are they, I was like, totoo ba?
Wendy was like,
It was so cute.
so
It's
cute.
cute.
Yeah, and it's like it's another one of those our mics are on moments, but it's that mix of like this is a fun thing. We're just gonna go chill and eat ice cream. Oh wait, let me hit this high note real quick, and then I'm gonna go back to eating ice cream.
Yes.
It was. I
I think
mean,
this is when I
Eating
noticed
ice cream.
Wendy's vocals the most in all of the Red Velvet stuff you've
Me
shown so
too.
far. This is when
Me
I
too.
realized, oh, she is a good singer.
honestly, I feel
I
like
know.
you
I mean,
guys
they're
would.
all very
yeah.
powerful. But no, Wendy, ako din, Bon, same. This is the
Yeah,
performance.
diba?
Like, oh, okay.
I feel like
As
with Wendy, it was very apparent in their earlier days. There's a video of her in SM Rookies where she was singing "Speak Now" by Taylor Swift. And,
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah. So I think
Oh, I
that's
need to watch that
so I
Yeah.
feel like I
Put
need to
that
link
on
that
my
to you
list.
guys.
as
Um,
a Swiftie.
Wendy's
Watch
always
that,
been like
which is why I was waiting for Red Velvet.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That and the Be Natural, but the one
be
with the chair
natural.
and
Yeah,
Young
Oh
and
no, I need to watch
when
Story.
no Irene and Silgi. Yeah,
you know what?
that's why
Honestly, guys,
I was waiting for Red Velvet.
I can talk all about like my favorite performances, and you guys will have to is the operative word here. Give me that platform one of these days. But yeah, these are
Yeah.
just the 3 performances that I feel like are. They're not like the most fan favorite performances. Obviously, you'd hear Psycho or Bad Boy in the group, but I chose 3 that I feel like really showed the range. One where things went wrong, they can still make it work. One that was really just a celebration that after 7 years they're still here, which is rare in this industry. And the last one
True.
is when things are just fun, when you can
Yeah.
eat ice cream and you can sing better than when you were doing it live. Crazy.
True, true. This is like those performances makes me appreciate the anchor stage more because I've seen a lot of anchor stages and they're really fun. We have groups who are eating on stage because usually what happens is when a group is nominated for number one, sometimes the hosts ask them if they have a promise or something to the fans when they win. So I've seen Wiz eat chestnuts on stage or like form a weird, what do you call that one? The like you sit on each other or like they carry
Here.
someone. I've seen a lot of different anchor stages and like seeing Red Velvet with the ice cream, it really made me appreciate anchor stages more. And I'm sad that it's not always fully shown on
Oh.
music shows.
Actually,
Like
I get irrationally angry whenever I watch a music show, then the encore stage gets cut, and I have to wait a
And
few
then it gets cut.
hours to
me
like watch
too.
it on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to pick a
At
Queendom encore
least you
stage
have
also
YouTube,
for that.
like
But yeah,
watching it now.
I get it. Like, if you were an older fan, there was no YouTube. Like, you just get angry that they didn't show the whole stage.
True. And like you'd wait for fan cams if there are fan cams.
But nowadays, the industry has a fan cam that's actually from the channel itself, so
Yes,
it's still called
exactly.
fan cams. I don't know why, but yeah.
Maybe the one who's holding it is a fan.
Look how
Okay, this is your job for the day.
look at
Oh,
the
it's
impact
nice
though
save.
of
That's good.
fans. Look at the
Yeah.
impact of fans, but they're like, oh, this
With
is something they enjoy. Okay.
And
You know what, guys?
Exceed Excite, the one we talked about last
Excite,
week with the
Yeah.
fan
Yeah.
cam. Exit.
Yeah,
Mm.
the fan cam stuff.
But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
for you guys to appreciate your ults more again, really, encore stages. I mean, it's
True.
I guess I'm
It's-
gonna
it's the
start
best.
searching for their
True.
encore.
Okay. I will
Okay. Let's
put more
go.
into
Next
that.
one,
List.
Maggie. We know who you're.
Okay.
I love how consistent you are.
I know that's
By
what
the
you
way.
meant. No,
Stray
consistent.
Kids.
It was it's NCT. Just kidding. No, of course it's BTS. I had a hard time picking actually performances because I was like, do I pick things from their concerts? And I I don't watch music shows kasi, but I think now I will because of all that you guys have said. I'm like, oh, so I look into their older performances in music shows because a lot of what I have been exposed to are their performances on like talk shows, if you know, Western talk shows or stuff like that. Not just because not because I consume those talk shows, but those are the more recent ones. So how their performances are like, it's a full on performance. But I ended up picking, okay, my first choice, which this was the only one that was easy to pick immediately. I was like, I have to pick this. Is they performed Deshwita, which is actually from Suga, his solo album that came out last year. So that's his when he as a solo performer, his name is August D. So this is from his mixtape, which is why it's very different from their sound. But when they had their concert this year when they had their Suwuzu concert for their anniversary, they performed this as a group. So it was nice to see how they
I
adapted
loved
it.
it.
Yeah, the best. It was
I
so
loved
good.
it,
It's
girl.
nice
The
to see.
energy,
Oh,
everything.
I know. And then
the
did you watch
costume, the set.
everything? If you watch the music video first, watch the music video first, the official music video,
Oh, okay.
to get context for it. But then, even
I'm
without watching it, I'm
familiar
so
with the
happy,
video.
diba? Even without watching it, the energy, the vibe, and I was
That was
very
when I was
impressed.
doing like that a while
Yeah, I
ago.
was very impressed with how everyone performed. Because
Yeah, it's great.
Yoongi, he's like, as a rapper, hands down, listen, okay? So to be able to see how the other members
Mm,
learned and performed, I'm like, oh, in fairness, everyone rapped well. Syempre, I was like,
yeah.
okay, how are they gonna perform? They did it really well. Plus, yeah, the energy they put into it, everything. Oh man, I still watch that video every now and then. And the thing is, lang, it's not there's no official video out yet. So
Yeah.
the videos that are out are from fans who
Oh.
recorded it during when the concert was streamed. Anyway, so ayan. So you guys like
We do
I'm
not
glad you
Yeah, I loved
condone
it.
piracy
we do not
in
condone
this podcast.
piracy. You know, legal
What are you doing?
be
there? I'm
legal
sorry.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
for legal purposes.
I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
come on, guys.
But yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy you guys like that performance. Me too. Favorite. Oh. Okay, what else? I also picked, after that I picked Dionysus, also by BTS. They performed this at which one did I pick? I think
Jimmy
when he
Fallon.
performed at oh yeah, no, that one's on. I think the
Oh,
one
that
I
was
picked
on.
for
My bad.
Dionysus, yeah, was
The one with the
their
table
mama
kind
performance, I think.
thing
Yeah.
and
You know,
the
I didn't even do it on
ears.
purpose, but I realized that the choices, the songs that the performances that I picked, the vibe is kind of the same for the songs. It's not their lighter happy fare. So
Yeah,
True.
that's
yeah,
good.
I like yeah, I picked these performances. The third one I picked was On, which is the one they performed nga,
In
and Jimmy
Grand
Fallon at the
Central.
Grand Central
Yeah.
Station. I guess when I was picking my songs, I just thought, okay, let's go for, let's show how all out they go for performances. So even if it's just for a talk show, it's not even like a concert or anything. So these are the choices I picked. Um, I just want to mention a runner up, which sorry to make my own rules, but I'm gonna do this. My runner up was Butter, the one they performed for Jimmy Fallon, also on the bridge. Like bininyagan nila yung bridge, right? It wasn't even open yet. But I love that one, even if they weren't full on dancing, because I watch it, you guys. They're just
Ew.
smooth like butter talaga. They were very confident, very it I watched that right before I had to teach a class. I was so distracted while teaching because it was just stuck in my head the whole time. And man, I got it. Okay.
You know,
Anyway,
I
there.
gotta say, Meg, for your
Yeah.
performances, the one that really stood out to me was the Jimmy Fallon
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, really. Oh.
And I feel like this is where I think you have a lot of like things to really look forward to when you really dig deeper to the older things. I'm not saying the Jimmy Fallon performance is
Yeah.
bad. I feel like that's a very Americanized performance, which isn't
For
bad.
sure.
I feel like
Yeah.
your appreciation of the art would really go deeper if you go on to your other one. I remember Dionysus was from
The yawn is so
Music
good.
Core,
Yeah.
if I
it's
remember right.
musical.
And
Music core. Okay.
for
Yeah.
me, I feel like if you rewatch the performances of like music shows, it's both well produced but also not overproduced.
Yeah,
Get.
true.
I know. You know what? After in preparing for this episode, watching your picks, all of you, and even searching videos for BTS, it's like pay for choreo and all that stuff. This is like the only time I've looked into music shows. So I'm like, oh, why have I not been
They're really
watching music
interesting, right?
shows?
Music shows are my favorite
Yeah.
thing. Like I
So
used to
I
just
think I'll
watch
get
it
into it
for
now.
I used to just watch it for the Queendom comeback, but I actually do look forward to music shows every now and then because
They're
it helps
good.
me
Yeah, ang galing.
get more music, and I just love
Mm.
watching comeback stages. So seriously, I love your choices. I think the On one was like when I think
Excuse
it
me.
hit me that they're huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
Like
when the
Grand
scale
Central, really?
I know.
Really?
Can you Grand Central's open like what is that open 24/7 di naman, diba? But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But the fact that I was like they closed down the train station for this. Same with and you know what? They give such good performances to Jimmy Fallon. Do they love him or
Yeah.
something? I don't know. Kasi yun nga, bininyagan nila yung bridge for their butter
Mhm.
performance. I'm like, wow, they're huge.
But
So
it-
yeah, it still
so-
shocks me.
My when I was watching Ondo, I was like, I wish they picked different colors, like a different
Yeah,
color scheme
me
for the
too.
members, because
'Cause
some of
they
them
blend
there
na.
were two of them in white, I think, and then the rest of them were in black. So I was like, they were blending with the backup
And white.
dancers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a good
Naisip ko
choice
rin
of
yun.
dress?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Music shows,
Sayang.
Meg. Music
Come
shows show
on.
the performance, show like their personalities before like they went to the US. I feel like if you watch encore stages, if you watch comeback stages, and like even in different shows, like a performance on Music Core would be different from Music Bank, which would be different from M Countdown. Swear.
This is so
So true.
exciting. I mean, not that I'm lacking content in any way, but I'm very excited.
I'm sorry, I'm the
This is
music
great.
show guy. You
Yeah,
you
no,
have to
no,
watch
this is
music
great.
shows.
This is
Like,
great.
Gotta say
Come
something
on.
else too about BTS.
Uh-huh.
I loved how it showed how they enjoyed the stage. Most of all in Detrita and
I
Dionysus.
know.
yeah, they should.
Of the energy.
I
OMG.
know. You know, it's recently when they did an interview, or not even just once, in a couple of the recent interviews, they've been saying na the pandemic. I mean, it's been hard. It's been hard on everybody. It's been hard on many artists, I'm sure, but they've talked about it a lot. How it's been so hard on them because they miss performing live. They miss performing with an audience, with people there. So that's why, even if I won't get to watch them in LA, obviously, I'm very excited for them. I can't help but be happy for them. They deserve that. Yeah, they love
Yeah.
performing.
I think
you can
most of
see.
the idols are missing audiences.
I know.
True.
Or really.
Because of the panini.
I think
To
maybe
like
that's one thing that's so special about K-pop is how truly connected the idols are to their
They are.
fans. Like they actually miss
Real
their
fans.
fans. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know that that kind of connection exists maybe in other, like in the Western music industry, maybe for Taylor Swift, but I don't know what for
Maybe.
that.
This is a great topic for like a very controversial episode. Oh, spoilers.
Ooh.
True, true, true.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
let's go.
So, oh yeah, me. My top performance. I forgot that I would have to. Okay, so I picked three from TVXQ slash DBSK slash JYJ. Okay, so I had to choose only three. So I had to narrow it down. I didn't pick
It's like
any of the
picking your
solos.
favorite children, right? It's so hard.
So hard. I had to narrow it down. I didn't pick any solos. I picked only one when they were five, one when they were two, and one
And they were
with three
JYJ.
members. Yeah, exactly. So one TVXQ, one DBSK, one JYJ. Had to pick with choreo, one just vocal, and then the other one is a remix of of their song, I guess. So the first one I picked was Balloons from their Mirotic concert. This is a bossa nova, right? Yeah, bossa nova remix of a cutesy song. They played, they performed this differently from the usual, because the usual one is they wear costumes, like they had a Harry Potter theme, they had a Super Mario theme,
Interesting.
they had animal costumes. Then for this concert, they chose to remix it and make it bossa nova. I was thinking of either choosing this one or the Hug rock version, because Hug is the cutesy song, their debut cutesy song, but then they made it rock. But I wanted to showcase the vocals of all five members, which is why I chose the bossa nova one, because it's like it's chill, and it's smooth when you hear it. And then the second one I chose is which one I chose? Oh yeah. The second one I chose is In Heaven by JYJ. This is from one of the first concerts they had. The thing with In Heaven is the whole album itself was like a letter by the three members. This is the first album they released after the
Break.
court cases, after leaving SM. So they didn't have the SM backing. They had to pen the songs themselves. They had to even the concerts, they had to do it themselves. In Heaven was written by Kim Jae-jong for a friend who they were dead because of mental illness. During the recording of the album, this friend reached out to Jaejong the day before it happened, but Jaejong was in the United States for making the album. This before this album, JYJ had an English album. They even collaborated with Kanye, which is why they were in the United States. So the last message he had for his friend was, "Let's drink when I get back." But then the next day, the friend, they were dead. So he had a lot of regrets, which is why the song is very dramatic.
Mm.
It's very sad. It's
Yeah.
very, you know, I mean, okay, they showcase their vocals, yes, which is one of the reasons why I love the song, but it's very meaningful. It's about regrets, it's about, celebrating life, and even the music video. Um and it has a narration because it's about having second chances and having regrets and moving forward, moving past that, which is why I love the song, and I love how emotional they are. Like they forego some of the technical stuff to make you feel their emotions when they play the song. Which is why I'm really sad that they can't showcase this in music shows because they were blocked. So that's the reason why all my song choices are concerts. To be fair with the other, side of the group.
Fine. The group
Okay.
coin.
Can I
SM
just
kasi.
say,
Wait,
I love
was
this.
this?
Nicola, I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, I love the fact that it was so varied. Vocals, music shows, Western performances,
Yeah.
Concerts.
Yeah.
Very
Concerts.
diverse.
Yeah.
Was this in the news? I feel like I read it in the news.
Probably is. Probably
Yeah,
is.
the news. Yeah, I think I read it at some
Because
point.
the friend that they were dead, he's an actor.
Oh
So
yeah, I did read it. I
yeah.
read it.
So
No,
it's a really special song.
the first
Okay.
thing I noticed with your choices, for me, it's like it just shows the dedication of fans to really create the content when it wasn't readily available.
Yes.
I really feel like, especially since in the age of high definition, we
Mm,
have videos. I mean, like, obviously now companies produce these videos. We have
yeah.
fan made videos of people who really just wanted to spread the word of their favorite artists. So I really love that aspect that I think is not here anymore because everything is so overproduced. But
Mm-mm.
I
Yeah.
think the one thing I liked about the performances that you showed was it was really just raw, like raw
Yeah.
vocals, raw, like not even like very elaborate comeback stages. I mean, like one of the performances was just them in very simple clothing, just singing their hearts out, right? So
Yeah.
it's a stark
They're-
contrast to what the industry is now. That's
It's true.
like very like commissioned fan cams or like company produced dance practices and things like that. So just to see very raw, very I don't want to say the good old days, naman, because I wasn't there, but
Good old days.
it's very it's like a very nice like deep dive into how far we've come, but also to appreciate
true.
where we came from.
Yeah.
Why
The
I'm here.
OGs.
The old.
The OG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diba?
So yeah,
Very
I
true.
think all three were like fan cams or like something. Yeah. The last one I chose. This isn't Korean. It's Japanese, but it also has a Korean version.
What's the one in Nissan
TVXQ.
Stadium?
Yeah, it's Nissan
Yeah.
Studio.
Yeah. Amazing. That's what we were
Okay,
talking about, Kenya.
so it's TVXQ's Humanoids in Nissan Stadium. I think this was 2018, which is after their military, already, which was like a comeback. And then it was raining, live vocals, live dancing. I mean, I don't need to explain it anymore. Really.
Listeners, you should watch it. Honestly,
This is
Yeah.
it's like it was a great performance. Really,
Amazing.
I was worried for them because it was raining, and I was like, and the stage
stage
was
was
like moving, and I was like,
Ang galing.
And then
Ang
they-
galing talaga.
in
For
some parts
me-
of the choreo, I was like, oh my god, don't slip, don't slip.
You know, I remember like when I was watching it, my reaction is, again, this is if you wanted to introduce me to boy groups, this is how you would do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I love
Like-
this one.
Guys, come on.
I love their vocals. I feel like if I were to choose like a boy group version of MAMAMOO, yeah, I'd choose TVXQ vocal
Thank
wise.
you. That means a lot coming from you. Love you. Okay, so that was our choices for top performances. Now we're going for top choreo, our fave choreo, which is only one. Thank goodness it's only one.
Yes, sorry for
It's-
making you listen. But
We're
this
not
is a-
dancers, so we can't exactly,
But this is also a
choose
very
line.
visual episode. We prepared a
Yeah.
lot of guides for people to follow along.
Yeah.
Like
Choreo is the
guys,
more important one.
right. So let's go for Maggie first.
Okay, I don't know why I picked this. I mean, I
It's another
had
Jimmy
such a hard
Fallon
time.
show, right?
What? Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy
Okay,
Fallon.
first of all, I don't know why. Okay, so I was like, what fave choreo will I pick? And then I do love the choreo. The one I picked is their choreo from Idol, and I do love the song. I love the choreo, but it was hard for me to pick among their choreographies that I love. And I was happy naman picking this one because I do love their movements and their energy. I don't know why I picked that performance, that video. So if I can, I'd like to change it to the dance practice video. I think it's because I thought we were gonna pick like a performance video, which that's on me. And I'm sorry, this is like a
I
logistic
did too,
problem.
though.
But anyway, I love this dance. If you guys can, please watch the dance practice video instead.
I was so distracted by their costume. It was so.
I know, and then the
was so
camera, but
nice,
it's like,
so-
why did I pick this? I didn't know that I could put a dance practice video because I
It's
was
okay.
following our old format.
None of
So
us
Yeah.
are none of us are like
Fine, it's fine.
experts at this anyway. So like just saying I like this and you can watch a better version, No, I think that's a good enough explanation. It's fine.
Yeah. Right.
That's all I have to say.
Not the changing and the.
Okay.
I
I
like
know,
the
I
song
can't
though.
say
I
anything.
like the song.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
This is their song. They did a collab with Nicki Minaj. You should watch the music video. It's kind of
Oh,
it's like being on I imagine that's what like being on acid would be like. Why did I just say that? Yeah, but I imagine
Bro.
that's what it would be like. Watch the music video, you'll understand.
okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that on my list.
Okay. So
Yeah,
from
I will send it.
from a group performance, let's go for a soloist. But
Girl.
This one, okay.
I mean, you sent this na
Originally,
before, and I was
yeah,
like,
this
even back then.
this was
Where-
originally part of my envy list, but then I realized, I think this goes to the choreo. The one it replaced was "Love Shot" by EXO.
it's
Love that. Love. It's the
Which
love-
I know. Love
It's a
that
hard
one.
choice between the two.
I know, no, it's hard to
Mm,
pick.
But "Dream of You" by Chungha, I think, highlights just how well this girl dances
true.
and how hot
Wow.
she is.
So,
I love her.
oh my gosh! And you know what? This
I loved
song
her
back
So
to
gay
back
for
with Benja's Choice, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
exactly that, which is why I like.
you know that yung meme from Little Women when Joe March goes, "Women." That's it.
That's it.
Women.
And you guys, listeners, you should watch this if you haven't watched it yet. Because really, you'll fall in love with Chungha. Just the
It's so great.
the beginning, the start, her pose at the beginning, you'll see her poise, her elegance, and
Such a good dancer.
I was
yeah,
informed.
she's such a good dancer.
I was informed when I was watching this that Chungha actually had a different concept in produce, so it was very shocking for her to produce
Yeah,
this kind
It's
of
produced with a
Yeah.
cutesy kind of concept, and then
She came from
goes,
cutesy.
Yeah.
exactly
But like
Wow.
she's known to be
the
a really great
duality.
dancer.
Yeah,
There-
you know, it's
Oh, I
it's
should link
always the
that her
duality.
audition in Produce
Yeah, exactly.
in Produce
No, no, no.
101.
Sige, sige.
The one where they played a song at random and then she
Yes,
had
and
to
she
dance.
danced.
Okay,
Girl,
I will look at that. I will watch
just
that.
this girl on fire when she dances.
Which is
Love
that was
it.
one of the reasons why I continued watching Produce 101 because of her. And then I
Wow.
watched season 2. Okay,
Man.
so any more about that?
Nothing.
one?
Just for me, just
Wala.
watch it.
No thoughts, head
Watch how-
empty. It was so good.
Oh, I'm so gay for Chungha. Okay, so Benj.
And
Benj.
So
Benj.
this, I was gonna put this under MV, but like when somebody said choreo, I was like,
For
okay,
sure.
you know what? This I know it's one of my favorite MVs, but no, we have to talk about the choreo for Naughty. So it's Naughty by Red Velvet, Irene, and Sulgi, and I just had to do it. But yeah, it's from Naughty. Naughty is the second single from the Monster album. And I kind of feel bad that Monster was the lead because Naughty is my favorite. I would put it in my top 5 favorite Red Velvet songs, and it's not even a Red Velvet song. As a song itself, the beat is just there, but it gets so much better when you add the choreo to it. And they spent
Yeah.
so many months learning how to do tutting, how to do all of those very
It's so
intricate
good,
hand
oo.
movements. When I first watched the video, I think it was
Love
when I
it.
realized choreo, I appreciate you now. Like before, I just like the vocals. When I watched this, it was
So good.
I love this so much. I go back to this video every week actually.
I feel like with this video, it's what made me. I mean, with this video, with this dance, with their performance, everything, it's what made me realize. Okay, so this is the beauty and importance of choreography. Alam mo yun? Because I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, dancers, you know, like if it's freestyle moving, ganyan, that's amazing. But then I was like, wow, to choreograph something like this,
So good.
wow. And I was like, how do they have control over their body? I mean, you know, it's like, how does anyone have that kind of control over their body?
This you know,
How?
honestly, same feels. It's the fact that the choreography really was 100% tailored to the song that they were doing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I find it so weird. that
Best.
My favorite iteration of this video isn't the music video itself, isn't any of the comeback stages. It's this very simple dance practice.
Yeah.
It's more
you know,
this
my
it stands out
my
more.
my sister actually showed me this video when it was released. She was like, look at them. And then I remember Naughty was in your top 12, right, Benj? I mean, not top 12, top 20, that playlist, Red Velvet playlist, and you said that
Yeah.
it was your choice over Monster. I didn't recognize the song until I saw the dance.
Mm.
That's how the dance made, yeah, this is
Oh.
how the dance made its impact on me. Not really the song, but like when my sister showed it to me, I was like, how?
Yeah.
How
Like
is it?
this
There's
is
a
the song that
Diba? How
this is one of
talaga?
those
really
things that
repeat anything. It's the cutting and stuff. Oh, it's so good.
this is where I would show like some bitterness towards how it wasn't recognized more. But one thing that made me happy about this is seeing other idols perform this. I remember seeing
Yeah.
videos of
Oh,
Oh.
really?
people from
Other people
Weekly.
perform
Yes, yes. So just check out Naughty
They
Dance
could.
cover.
Ganda. Oh nga.
There's
Kaya
a
nila.
lot of like
Okay,
intricacies
I'm gonna put
that
that
like
on my
they can't.
list.
But seriously, just search for it. Naughty Dance covers. Maybe
Yeah.
like use better search engine optimization. Like Naughty
yeah,
Dance
yeah,
cover
yeah, yeah,
sounds
yeah.
really sketchy.
That's don't kids.
Very, very
Young
sketchy.
people.
Are the
young
kids
people
asleep?
Naughty,
listening.
Sugi,
Don't
Irene.
search
Yeah,
that. Yeah, you have to
Yes,
put their
Naughty
names.
Sugi Irene dance
Yeah.
cover.
Yeah.
To be
And just
specific.
so, this is when I realized, yeah, I recognize one member of Red Velvet now. It's
It's
Sugi.
Oh, you know, actually, if I have some time, this one, of course, everybody knows Sogi is a great dancer. This is where I really felt like Irene can pull her weight. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's not
Same.
just the visual, like she can
Can I
sing.
say I was
Yeah.
waiting for like a video like this from Irene because I watched the one with the chairs.
Be natural.
Be natural because they were wearing heels. They were dancing on chairs, and there were two of them. It's Sugi and Irene. It was
I'm gonna
before
watch
they
it right
were-
now while we're talking about it.
It's
It
really
is.
good.
I sorry guys,
So
this
great.
is
Yeah.
one of my
What was
favorite
that? What's the
videos.
title? Be natural.
Be natural.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
watch the SM Rookies version because they also released the song, right?
Yeah, they released it when they were still A4
Yep.
member group when Yeri
Yeah.
was in there. But yeah, Naughty
Okay.
by Irene and
You know what? I'm
Sogi.
gonna be a Sugi fan.
Dude,
Sogi's-
I am almost there. Like bias wrecker is a thing. It's probably Sulgi. Watch Sulgi Zip. That's all I can say. Watch Sulgi Zip.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah,
I like
Yeah,
the fact
I-
that I'm taking notes. Is this a class?
I know. I feel like I'm in class.
dude, I can talk about Naughty for like 90 minutes. It can be an entire podcast episode. It is that good. But I will stop right
Okay.
here. I swear, I'll stop.
Oh, yeah. I still
So
have
you're
my
gonna
turn,
talk
guys.
about yours. Oh my god. Just I loved it.
Yeah. Okay. So
Love
so
your
here's the
choice.
thing. I chose Move by Taemin. One of the solos Taemin has.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with this dance is it's both sensual but
Very.
not too very sexy. It's very controlled. It's very elegant.
Very controlled. Yeah. Very
It leaves
elegant.
a lot to the
Yeah.
imagination.
Yeah, the restraint.
That's
There's
the
Yes,
restraint.
there we go.
Diba?
So
Mm.
Can't do it, but
uh, he's on the thin line between masculinity and femininity, and he's
Yes.
straddling it very,
Very
perfect.
well.
Exactly.
Amazing.
The thing with this
It's very
song
tasteful.
and dance, exactly. The thing with this song and dance is that when you do it wrong, you know,
Halata.
you notice, but when you're doing it right, it looks like it's
Very
easy,
natural. Mm.
very
it was
natural.
really
Exactly.
nice to watch, honestly.
But when you see it, when someone's doing it like too roughly or too sensual, too sexy, you'll know there's something wrong.
It's
So
the balance.
exactly. Taemin has the balance. Taemin is a master of body control and balance. And like
Mm.
I know a lot of idols tried dancing to this. If I'd known, I would have chosen the version Mama version with Sunmi because she performed Gashina and he performed
Oh,
Move. And then they dance each other's
I'll take
choreo.
that.
It's a really interesting I think dynamic with how, and also you'll notice how one dances versus the other because like Taemin's he moves his shoulder, he moves things like that versus
Small
Sunmi, who was
movements, no?
small movements with Taemin. Sunmi was moving her head, moving, you know, her hair, because it's choreography with the Sheena. So it was a
Mhm.
really interesting, dynamic how these two really great dancers dance differently with same songs. But the one I chose was random because I'm like any performance by Taemin with this
It was
song,
really
great. Like if I remember correctly, I've even watched dance analysis about this song because dancers were saying this is a really hard song to pull off because you'd have to have an innate elegance to you. You'd have
Yeah,
to have the body
totoo.
control and balance.
yeah, that's the word, elegant.
If
Yeah,
anybody
like
else would
when I
try
first
it,
watched
it's
it, I was
very
like,
awkward, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
"How?" When I first watched it, I was like, there's something about this choreo that I can't take my mind off of it. It's like, what is it? And then I realized it's the elegance, it's the balance and control. That's why I can say that Taemin is one of the best dancers in K-pop.
Mm,
Like honestly,
so good. His control over his body.
right.
Grabe.
There you
Like
go.
what needs to be moved, that's the only
Yeah,
thing
that's
that's
why.
going to be moved.
I'm like, how do you isolate your muscles? How do you
I
do
wish I could
this?
dance
Me
well, but
too.
can't even dance.
I can't. Like I can't sing, I
Same.
can't dance. I'm sorry.
No,
Talent,
guys,
where
it's
art thou?
this is why we talk instead of we do the actions, right? This is why we just
Yeah.
talk about it because we do not have the innate talent to pull any of that off.
Right.
If I could, I would have made a dance cover for this pod, but can't.
Can't.
It's a pod.
I'm just showing my love to birds. That's all I can do. Okay, so there we have it. Those are the topics for our music festival.